Run away. Oh. Other side. Namandam, 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 namandam. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Keirokai Senior Appreciation Service. This is really exciting. This is the most people I've seen in here in a long time. If you're online, you'll get to see them later. But first, what we want to do, we're doing things a little different. I think a lot of you haven't been here in a while. So what we do first is we do Dharma school service first. Then today we're going to do our Keiro thing and have you come up here and present you some gifts. And then when the Dharma school students go to their classes, we'll have a kind of service after that. Okay, so for Dharma school, we do what? Nembutsu chanting, and everyone can do it, right? So what we do is we're saying Namo Amida Butsu 5 times. I'll say it first, and then we do 5 times after, okay? And you can tell by the bell ringing. Okay, so let's go. Let's do our Nembutsu chanting. Ready? Namo Amida Butsu. 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 Namandam, namandam. Okay, great. So today is our Keirokai service. So Kei means respect, Do means elders or seniors, and Kai is gathering. So it's a special gathering where we get to pay respect to our seniors. Now, one of the neat things about Shin Buddhism, everyone's equal. Everybody's equal in Shin Buddhism. Amida Buddha accepts you as you are. Right? Boys, girls, anything. Young, old, any age. Rich, poor, any income. Right? That Amida doesn't say, I like you, but I don't like you. Amida accepts everybody. Right? So this is equality. But we also do bow to show our respect. And I think you've already done it. When you come up and offer incense, you bow. Right? We bow when we come in. And sometimes, I've seen this in a couple of movies. They say, bow to your sensei. Have you ever heard that? It's in Napoleon Dynamite. He says, bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei. Right? It's in Adventure Time. I've seen it in different things on TV. But the thing is, you know, you want to show sensei respect. Right? So we bow to sensei. But if you notice, I bow back. When you bow to me, I bow to you. Or I might bow first. Right? So it's not that I'm better than anybody. Right? We're still equal. But we also, you know, the thing about this service is that we want to recognize and respect our seniors. So what's a senior? I'm actually eligible for a senior citizen discount at McDonald's on coffee. Okay? I'm over 50. Right? So that might seem like way up there, right? But for our Keirokai here at BCO, our age for Keirokai to enter this group of the seniors is 75 or over. 75 years old or over, right? So that's, different temples have different ages actually. I hear Alameda's way up there, right? But we do 75, right? And so like I say, In the eyes of Buddha, everyone's equal, right? We need to remember that. Amida Buddha accepts you as you are. But this is kind of Japanese, it's kind of Buddhist, we should have it more in America, this idea to respect our seniors. Right? So that's the special thing we do today. And so, the way we do it, we're going to do it a little different, but we would like to ask our seniors to come up to the stage up here and stand up here, and then we're all going to stand up and bow. But let's give them a second to get up here, okay? So we're going to start this. Yeah. Okay? All right. Did I freeze? Wow. Okay, and when we're all set up, we're going to all stand up and bow, okay? Okay, everybody, I think we're ready. So let's all stand up, and then we can bow to our Keirokai members. And then in America we clap, huh?
We're all smiling.
I'll take another picture after. So now, can we dismiss the Dharma school and have the kids give the gifts to our Keirokai? And we'll be right back for our Dharma family service. Okay. I think you can hear me out there. One, two, one, two. One, two, one, two. Okay. So we're doing one more picture. And then I want to show Keirokai to everyone online. There we go. Thank you so much. This is so wonderful. Okay. Why don't we begin our next part? So thank you very much. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You want to take one more time, take the mask off? Don't breathe. All right, thank you. Now put your mask back on. Okay, we're getting ready to start our Dharma family service. Okay, we're back. Now we'd like to do Sutra chanting. So it's kind of out of order from what we're used to, but let's do Sutra chanting. Let's chant Juseige. It's on page 23 in the small purple book that you have, and it'll be on the screen for those of you online. Namanda, 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 namanda. Kansho segan hishimu jodo shigan fumanzok seifu joshogak gao munyoko Fui dai se shu, fu 最小ビング政府上昇学餓死成仏道妙所長実法苦境未所門政府上昇学利欲人少年上映主凡行死具無浄土一生天人死人力現代公不生無才道少女三苦名交際主役難回避地営言滅死根も安閉塞小悪道通達全宗門高僧上満足異様の実法日月主樹期天候普賢一種解放像公正苦毒法上大集中説法四子苦供養一切仏具足主徳本元年出上満得意三害を如仏無下地通達未不詳願学営力投資最小損志願役国家大戦王感動国書天人東珍妙慶ナマンダムナマンダムナマンダムナマンダムナマンダムナマンダムがんにしくどく平等性祭道法大心往生 Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda. Namanda. Okay. Let's see. Well, thank you very much once again for joining us for our Keirokai Senior Appreciation Service. One thing I was kind of thinking about, a lot of times I see things, well, all the time, I see things from my perspective. But one thing that Buddhism is kind of neat about is, I think it sometimes asks us, what about Buddha's perspective? Right? So I see things and I'm like, oh, you're older than me. Oh, you're younger than me. Right? So I just am always kind of judging that way. But I like how Amida Buddha is expressed as accepting everyone, not making these kinds of judgments. And so part of where this comes from, in one of the wasans, there's an expression that Shinran uses called byodo gaku. Byodo gaku. And we actually heard byodo in what we just chanted. Gani shiku doku byodo se isai. Dohotsubo daishin ojo anako, right? That byodo is equality. So in the eko, it's give this merit to all equally. And this byodo gaku, gaku means awakening, enlightenment, the enlightenment of the Buddha. And so this enlightenment of Buddha is of equality. Another way it's been expressed, and I think Reverend Dr. David Matsumoto, who is currently president of IBS, but has also served at various BCA temples, he translates it as wisdom of non-discrimination, right? Wisdom of non-discrimination. So I think that works in a couple of ways. One is the basic meaning of discrimination just means this and not that. Up, not down. Blue, not red, right? Like we can say, oh, this or that. We discriminate in that way. But of course, I think for many of us, what we normally think of is like racial discrimination or age discrimination or that kind of discrimination where you actually put someone else down. Oh, you're different and I'm better than you kind of thing. That's another kind of discrimination. Amida Buddha ultimately doesn't do either, right? That Amida Buddha understands, actually, it's all one. That there's actually no distinctions. That there's no up, down, left, right, like, dislike. It's all empty. It's all light. It's all one. There's no distinction between you and me. This is this viewpoint of wisdom that I've been talking about since Higan. Right? And so this kind of wisdom, this way of seeing doesn't make distinctions like that. But it's also that Amida Buddha doesn't say, oh yeah, you're good enough to come to the Pure Land. Oh, sorry, you don't belong here. Amida Buddha does not say that, right? That Amida Buddha accepts each and every one of us as you are, as I am, sono mama. Right? There doesn't, I don't have to feel like I'm not good enough to go to the Pure Land. Oh, I'm not good enough, right? Oh, they're so much smarter than me. Oh, he's so much more talented than me. Oh, they know so much more than me. Amida Buddha's not worried about that, right? That Amida Buddha accepts each and every one of you as you are. So it's this kind of radical equality. And yet, there's also, I think, respect for beings, right? Respect for all beings, but then also within society, right? That I think that Buddhism is, often is portrayed as kind of nihilistic, but I think it's the opposite, right? It's very positive. We want to be kind, right? We want to have this kindness, and in that kindness, ideally we give it equally, and yet with respect, for example, for our seniors. The other thing I noticed, I was thinking as I was chanting, right? That another thing about age, I'm just going to throw this out there, right? I got all ages in here today, right? It's relative. right? Age is relative. And so I was thinking, as for me, like as a minister, I think you kind of only get older because new kids keep coming in, right? And so everyone kind of passes you by, right? And then eventually, and so I'm here as the minister and watching, young kids, Dharma school, and then they become junior YBA, and then they graduate, and hopefully they come back, and now they're temple president, and now, right? And you kind of watch this process happening in front of you, right? And maybe that's true for all of us, though, right? If you think, when I was a little kid, the teachers were so much older than me. But then you become an adult and you might be older than your kids' teachers, right? And eventually you're way older than the kids' teachers, right? So that maybe the only ones that really close to us that we're always in the same position is family. My parents will always be older than me. That's not going to change, right? But in terms of more, so that's, very personal and actual people, specific people. But if we think about, well, in each situation though, am I older? Am I younger? Right? Am I senior to this person or junior? In Japan, they have senpai and kohai, right? This is maybe more important in Japan, right? Japanese culture is very hierarchical, and your position, whether it's social position or age, is really, really key. I mean, you can't exist without it. You can't ignore that system because you speak differently depending on your social status or your age compared to others. It's interesting, right? The language actually changes. In America, I'll say whatever I want to anybody, right? But in Japan, you can't do that. It's just not possible. You have to change your language depending on this kind of hierarchy, right? Of senior or junior, right? Above me or below me. So it's interesting. I think in Buddhism, it's neat. We have both, right? We have this idea of absolute equality, this radical equality from Buddha's perspective. And yet, I think we also have an awareness of my position in relation to others, right? That's interconnectedness in a way too, right? That who I am depends on others, right? That who I am, how I behave personally. I mean, I'm half Japanese. I've lived it used to be a half of my life. Now it's a third of my life. Now it's like a quarter of my life. I lived in Japan. The older I get and the more time I spend here, right? But I've spent a lot of time there and you realize, wow, yeah. When I'm speaking to a senior, I speak differently, right? I try to enunciate more. If I was Japanese, speaking in Japanese, I would use more complete forms and enunciate better, right? And so I think in Buddhism, that's part of it too, right? That in this world, in our samsaric world, there are differences, right? So that I can try and trying to live up to this ideal of kindness of Buddhism, right? And respect, that I can, in one way, I change depending on who I'm talking to, right? And respect for elders is one part, I think, deeply rooted in our BCO culture, right? In our Buddhist culture. But I don't just do it here. I try to do it everywhere, right? And yet, I also try to respect the kids, right? Sometimes they come up and I'm not really sure what they're saying, but I'm trying to understand, and trying to acknowledge them. And wow, that's really cool. I could just be like, stupid kid. I'm not going to listen to, what are you talking about? I can't understand what you're saying, right? No, I want to respect them too. And so, in one sense, trying to live up and exist within our worldly values, right? And I'll say, to me, those values are respect, kindness, right? Aiming towards equality, but also with this radical equality in mind. Because sometimes society says, you don't have to respect these people. They're from another country. They're of a different race. They're whatever, right? They're poor. You don't have to respect them. So if that's what society is saying, I'm not going to live up to that. I'm still going to follow my Buddhist values, right? Of respect and kindness and trying to be the best person I can be in the midst of this world, trying to respect and honor everyone around me. Yeah. But on our Keirokai Senior Appreciation Service, it's just so nice to have you all here. I know it's not everybody, Not all of our seniors could make it, but some have been coming regularly. Some of you, I think it's first time in a long time, right? So it's really, really just inexpressibly wonderful to have you here, and wonderful. And aren't you amazed how big our Dharma school is? Right? I'd be like, no, you got to move over. That's the Dharma school section. We got so many, right? So just really, really incredible, really, really wonderful. Wonderful to see not only our seniors, but everyone who could come, and of course, everyone online. Nice to see you here too. I know not everyone's comfortable coming to church, and I respect that, and the church respects that. So if you are Keirokai and you're watching online, we will be mailing out your gifts later on in this week. Okay, so you can look forward to getting those. It was fun to be able to pass on, have Dharma School pass on their gifts, and also they passed on the church acknowledgement to you. So I want to thank you very, very much. Why don't we conclude the Dharma message with Kansho. On this special day of Keirokai Senior Appreciation, let us keep in mind that Amida Buddha accepts us as we are, every single one. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida. Okay, and then Robert is going to do announcements. So give me a second to get the audio set up. Okay, take it away.
Okay.
Oh,
Thank you
hold on,
very
hold
much,
on.
Sensei. Good morning, everyone.
Wait, Robert, wait. Speaker.
Hello?
Okay, there you go.
Okay. Thank you very much, Sensei. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Buddhist Church of Oakland. Keirokai members, it's really nice to see all of you this morning. I'm actually speaking from the mini chapel just behind you there. So just a couple of things to announce this morning. Let's see. This thing is getting in my way. Okay. Buddhist Church of Oakland, buddhistchurchofoakland.org. Please don't hesitate to stop in and check and see what's going on the website. It's got all our regular programs for children and adults. The BuddhistChurchesOfAmerica.org website, BCA, has a lot of other interesting things going on there. So you can see what's going on in a national scale around the Buddhist Churches of America temples. And as a matter of fact, let's see. Coming up next week, next Saturday, the Center for Buddhist Education, Living the Dharma Committee will present a seminar online, Finding the Antidote to Ignorance, with guest speakers, Reverend Blaine Higa of Hawaii and Chensing Han, an author. So that'll be happening next Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Pacific time. You can sign up on the website. It'll be an online Zoom presentation. Going back to the Buddhist Church of Oakland website, we appreciate any donations and accept donations that are given. You can donate online through our online donation buttons for any general kind of donations, whether it be a regular Sunday service or Shotsuki monthly memorial, other donations for the Gakuen Japanese School, just regular other occasions throughout the course of the year. There's quite a few, actually. So we welcome and accept and appreciate all your donations. So that's all I have. Thank you very much, Sensei. I will send it back to you.
Okay, thank you, Robert. Put me back, and then I told you we do things out of order. Let's sing a gatha. It's not always on purpose. So let's see. We're going to sing the gatha, Thank You. It's in the blue folder. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo. Okay, thank you everyone. This will conclude our Keirokai Senior Appreciation Service. Thank you very much for joining us. And Keirokai, if you haven't come up to Duo Shoko yet, you can do so now. And then Keirokai will be getting their bentos and down in the social hall. You didn't know that, did you? Woohoo! Surprise! Thank you. Let's conclude. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namam Dam Namam. Okay, thank you.